Hey, it's Matt over at Glen Magna Farms. It's an exciting time of year right now. The gardens at the farms are starting to emerge into a summer garden. We have a large dahlia collection at Glen Magna Farms and they're all about to pop. So I hope you can come down and visit in the next couple weeks and see them in full bloom. But for now, what I can do is we can take a quick walk around and I can show you what to expect. So come along with me, let's take a look around. All right, so the dahlia that is blooming today at Glen Magna Farms is a variety called Gypsy Girl, and it's been in the horticulture trade since 1947. So this beauty right here is a dahlia called David Howard, and it's been in the horticultural trade for almost 100 years. It has this dark, almost purple foliage, and it's met with this bright orange bloom. It's gonna be about the size of my palm, so it brightens up any corner of your garden, and it's excellent contrast with the orange flower and the dark foliage. This little guy is about to bloom probably by the end of the week. I've got a nice fat bud right here, so I can't wait, something to look forward to. One of my favorite things about dahlias is that you can reuse them year after year. So they are technically annuals here in New England, but after the foliage dies back in the fall, you can dig them up, take that root system, wash them off, and then store them in an unheated basement. The following spring, you can just plant them right back in your garden. You can also start to divide them when they get too big, so you can spread them all around your garden, or they make excellent gifts for friends and family. This dahlia right here has been in the trade since 1929, and it's named after one of America's most famous inventors, Thomas Edison. It's just about to bloom, so next week if you visit Glen Magna Farms, this dahlia will probably be in bloom. I can see the purple petals starting to emerge. It will become a dinner plate size purple bloom. Really neat to see. Very cool. This dahlia I also stake. I stake most of my dahlias. By the end of the season, they tend to flop if they're not staked, and if you try to fix them, you end up breaking them and ruining the plant. So at planting time, I always stake my dahlias. I like to use this double hoop system. You can get them at most garden centers. All right, can't wait for this to bloom. Okay, so this dahlia right here is probably, no, actually it is my favorite dahlia of all time. It's called Clair de Lune, or Ode to Moonlight. It's called that because the flowers resemble a pale yellow moon. It's not as showy as the other dahlias we have in the garden, but that's what I like about it. I love its simplicity. The other thing that I really like about this plant is that it's probably genetically closer to the wild dahlias that grew in their native range of Guatemala and Mexico. In fact, dahlias are the national flower of Mexico. The Aztec Empire used dahlias for a food source, for medicine, and for religious purposes. And they weren't as showy as they are now. They were more like wildflowers, kind of like this Clair de Lune. The Spanish arrived and found these plants and brought them back to Europe and hybridized them and created all these cultivars and gave us all these showy, crazy looking flowers and plants. So by growing this, for me personally, it's almost paying tribute to the wild dahlias, what they were used for, and to the people that used this plant, the Aztec Empire and the native peoples of that area. So really cool stuff, awesome stuff. Just about to open, probably by Friday this thing should be open. All right, take care.